All right, let's go, CFM. It's Saturday. This is going to be an interesting workout. So we have 3 stations. It's going to be a 40-minute AMRAP. You can rest in between each station, but during the station, I would like to see considerable high work output when you do it. And then just make sure we're sharing, because we only have 6 sleds in general, so make sure that some people are starting on the box station, some people are starting on the pull-up station, some people are starting on the sled station. Should all work out just fine. Again, the time pressure is not super huge on this. It's the effort pressure that I want to put on you today while you're doing your set. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to demo as if I had a sled right here. So short way on the parking lot. So instead of the long way, we're going the short way across. So you're going to take your sled and you're going to push it across the short way. As soon as you get to the other side, you're going to do your jumping lunges, right? Then you're going to push the sled back. When you finish on the other side, you'll have a kettlebell out there, and you're going to do your, I believe it's Russian swings today, okay? Russian swings, okay? And you're doing 3 cycles through that little sled, lunge, sled, kettlebell swing. 3 times through that. So it's sled lunges, sled kettlebell swings, sled lunges, sled kettlebell swings, sled lunges, sled kettlebell swings. And I would like to see you try not to stop the entire time. Work hard as if that's your sprint interval for the day, okay? When you're done with that, you can walk inside, and we're gonna do some drop step box jumps and double unders. So the way this will work is 1 rep through my drop step box jump. The box is behind me and diagonal. So if I look at a line that this edge of the box is on, that is about where my heels are, right? And I'm gonna start in my athletic position, and I'm gonna do this first one slow motion, but I'm gonna take a drop step, which means I'm moving 90 degrees and I'm moving towards the box. So I'm pushing off this outside leg, rotating at the same time to land perfectly in line with the box. And then as soon as I get there, I'm jumping up, jumping back down, and then drop stepping to the other side, right? And now my heels are in line with the other edge of the box, right? And I'm gonna do the same thing, drop step back towards the box, up, and that's 1, right? Or 1 cycle through it. So I did a left and I did a right, and a left and a right is 1. And then I'll jump back down, and then drop step forward, drop step up. Okay. The purpose of this is working on being precise with our footwork, getting a little bit of lateral and rotational force production with the legs, right? But also to understand what 90 degrees is and how to rotate through 90 degrees and how to be precise and crisp with the way that I move my feet, and trying to help you to be more competent and confident as you move through the world in general, right? I know exactly where my feet are going when I place them on the ground, and I'm not worried about like slipping off the edge of a stair step when I'm walking up a set of stairs. And this is all little subtle things that we do to increase your awareness of your surroundings, proprioception, which is like feeling what your body is doing without necessarily looking at it, okay? So that's what we're doing, the drop step box jumps, and then 40 double unders, right? So you can be next to your box doing your 40 double unders. The final station is what we call like a tri-level pulling station, and this should really target like the biceps, the shoulders, the excuse me, the lats, but also your heart rate. So we go from hard to medium to easy in terms of the resistance of each of the different exercises, and I want them all to be body weight pulling exercises. So you may need to either change your setup while you're doing it or set up multiple different items in order to assist you to do it. And the coaches will work with you on how to set that up exactly. But what I like to do is, for let's say the unassisted version of this, is I'll start with unassisted strict pull-ups, and I'm going to failure, right? So when I can't get my chin over the bar anymore, I'm done. I shake it out, I take a short break, and then I go right into a kipping pull-up. And again, going to failure. So when I can't get my chin and chest over again, I'm done. I shake it out real quick, and then the last one I'll move to is a ring row, right? And again, I'm going to failure, right? So when I can't get my hands all the way to my rib cage, or I start to break and use my hips to do it, the set is over. And the benefits from this little triplet are going to be maximized when you give me a legitimate shot at failure with good range of motion the entire time. So number one is don't keep going after you have already hit failure, right? Which means like, yeah, you could keep doing pull-ups where your eyes only cross the line of the bar, or you can keep doing ring rows if you're using kind of like a kipping ring row version, but those really don't serve to target the muscles any longer, right? They're using different muscles to achieve a similar range of motion or not achieving the range of motion that's desired. So be strict on yourself with how we pursue the range of motion and targeting those different muscles, and then take short breaks in between the changing of the different movements, right? Don't walk to get more chalk. You can get like a short chalk break, but don't walk across the room, get a water break, and then come back and then do your kipping pull-ups. It has to be back to back, and it has to be to failure. It has to be good quality range of motion in order to get the most out of that. When you're done with that, run back out to the sleds. All right, and that is it for today. I didn't go over the warm-up, but everything in it is relatively self-explanatory. Jumping jacks, push up the down dog, seated hip swivels, and kips. Increase each size each round. If anybody has questions on the warm-up, shoot me a message. Hope you guys have a great one, and I'll see you next week.